cleaned your cap out.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Get my overalls.
Yeah, no worries.
Anybody in there?
Nobody said anything yet.
Help me put these on.
Why don't you say hi to everybody?
Well, hello, everybody that's not there yet.
Got a couple people.
I just got out of the shower and putting on my paint overalls. Give me a second. I can't see it. Here they are.
And really awkward. Our kids are never going to have overalls. Ever.
They're gonna want them.
Nope. I refuse. I'm not dealing with this crap. Because Tommy's legs are bad, I'm helping him with his overalls. There we go. Do you want me to get the stuff? Oh, you flipped it. Hold on. There you go. Do you want me to get the stuff that you got to paint on tonight?
No, I got it right here. Let's do this first.
I got to deal with food first. Anyone on? If you are, say hi.
There we go. Okay. Just getting everything set up. There's some of the stuff. Okay. Well, we needed cardboard to mail out everything, so I went dumpster diving today. I picked up a little kid's bathroom step stool thing this year for under my feet to keep my legs from swelling up like a balloon. So we'll test that out tonight. Oh, see how well that works. But I went and I did something that every artist at one point would, should, will, but more should do. So I went dumpster diving. So I was at IKEA and needed cardboard, and I went into their dumpster and I found this cardboard that's more than an inch, say about an inch thick. Some of it is pretty damaged. For the most part, it would be used for shipping originals, mailing them out. But I decided this would be something really cool to paint on tonight. And the two that I have with me have these huge divots. And they kind of look like eyeballs. So tonight, we're going to make some monsters. We're going to turn these into, kind of made me think of Tiki God. You know what I mean? So thinking it's got this awesome pattern all across like a beehive.
Am I late? Hey, Tommy and Sammy. Hey.
And it's really scarred and marred.
Neat texture. Missed that. What is tonight?
We're making monsters.
Dinner.
Dinner. What I was saying was,
I'm going to put this on top of your water.
I went dumpster diving. That is so full.
No, it's not. It's balanced perfectly. Just
I went dumpster diving to get cardboard to mail out all of the originals. And I came across at IKEA this wonderful thick 1 inch
industrial cardboard.
And this piece is, let's see. Oh, we switched over. No longer on inches.
Let me see. Nightmarish horrors? Question mark. And the like. Masks. Let me see. That's inches.
It is now. So it's 8 inches wide by
20.2.
20 inches tall. And what we're going to do is, this is what's really called found art. So I didn't go, this isn't some fancy Strathmore paper. This isn't a stretch of canvas. This is basically a chunk of cardboard that I found. And I'll tell you a story. Years ago, I did gallery work. And I had an opportunity to be in a very, upscale gallery and did not have the money to buy canvas. Had no money to buy paper, and lied to them and told them that I had 20 or more paintings for the show. So I went to go dumpster diving, and I came across this job site where they were tearing down a building. And I found toilet bowl lids. The old wooden toilet bowl lids. And I grabbed 30 of them or so, scrubbed them down in my yard, and painted my entire show on toilet bowl lids. And sold all but I think maybe a handful. But like I said, I had no money, no means to get canvas, no means to get any of it. And most of the paint that I used on it was household paint, Home Depot paint. What?
Oops cans.
Yeah, the old Oops cans at Home Depot. When they mix the wrong color paint, they sell cans of Oops colors. And if you go into Home Depot and you look in their paint department, you'll see it. There'll be like $3 for a gallon of paint that would have cost you $60, but it's a puke green or a, purple, orange, what have you. But it's all the mistakes they made. And I used to buy them up in droves. Got to the point where the guys at the store used to hold them for me. I'd come in and collect all the Oops cans. So, with our found piece of cardboard here, I'm going to turn it into a monster. And I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get here. Mainly because I'm really, really thirsty. I'm going to ask Sammy to bring me something to drink.
I'll get you something to drink. Sorry, I was just finishing my dinner.
Alright, I just can't tell if I'm talking to myself or not.
No, there's people in there.
So again, I have 2 of these. And you can see that they're both punctured in a very similar way. Whatever was in here was really friggin' heavy, because it crushed that hole. Alright, well, let's start with some Conti crayon since it's right here in my hand. And let's see. Since we're doing monsters, every monster has, every monster should have a hoard of teeth. Put like a pig nose on them. And I gotta move my dinner so I can get to my water. I have this wonderful dinner staring at me that I just can't eat yet.
Let's see. Looks good to me. Looks good. All I see is a gray poof ball of hair. Cameras look good.
That just she could just see my hair. This camera too high?
No, the other camera. Roll, go back in. You're fine.
Okay.
You might have leaned in far,
Yeah.
and I wasn't here to tell you to not move. There you go. Drink.
Let's see what we can get out of our watercolors. Our gouache set. And I'm still pounding the heck out of this old set before I jump to the new one. That doesn't want to work. Let's try our new bottle.
Why don't you show them what the new bottle looks like?
This is a new bottle. It's a duck bill.
With a Mickey Mouse sprayer on it.
And we'll see how well the cardboard takes to the paint. Anybody in there?
Yeah. We got 18 people.
Now this type of art is really just fun. Now, I don't have much call in my career for cardboard monsters. But
Who doesn't want a cardboard monster?
anybody that doesn't want a cardboard monster is obviously an idiot. Now, since she cleaned out our white, I'm going to utilize the white in order to give me a ground in which to paint on. So put some white in here. What I mean by that is I'm going to lighten up this board with some white so that I could color on top of it.
Your mom colors on top of it. Like that?
Like that.
Oliver's trying to get my fajita dinner.
Now it'll look just like, you know, white on here, but when I hit it with a green or blue, it'll really pop. This is kind of like gessoing your board. And we're going to go to a little bit thicker brush. That's better. I went over to this place today called Artagon, which is a mall that they're trying to get artists to open up their own little stores, which is a cool idea, except for the artists that were there basically went online and typed in Joker, printed out a Heath Ledger, traced it, and I saw multitudes of the same exact painting by a ton of different artists. There was no creativity, and the place was empty. It would be perfect for a zombie story.
Yeah? That bad, huh?
Because there was a big empty mall.
Welcome to the channel, Zoo family. And this is our first official night of being a part of the streaming
There we
team
go.
Imagination.
That's better. And this brush is just a cheap Home Depot.
Isn't that the one that you cut up the other night?
No, this is
Yes.
this is a different one. No, it is the one I cut up. You're right. You're right. Hold on.
Did you hear what I said?
This is our first official night of being part of.
The stream, the channel team. I like stream team because it sounds like, dream team.
Yeah.
But imagination. Imagination.
That's cool. Okay. There we go. That white really did not hold up very well, so...
Go ahead, Devilique. You can repost that.
Oops. I think this is dried up.
I modded you, Devilique, so you can post stuff. Same thing with you, Rev. What are you doing?
This bottle of white acrylic is completely dried out, so I sprayed rubbing alcohol into it.
Now you can officially ban people from our site, our channel. Yay!
Now, theory, we should be able to get some acrylic out of it. There it goes. There we go. So, at first completely useless, now nice white. And you can really see the texture on here when I do this. Let's move these pallets out of the way.
Thank you for the host, Imperial Girl.
And for anybody that's
Welcome
worried
to the
about
team, Tommy.
anybody that's worried about, the cardboard disintegrating, or oh no, it's not acid free. All things die. Your art will die. You will die. Everything dies.
Snacky says it reminds me of a golf ball.
It does.
Thank you, Imperial Girl. Girl. Do 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 do.
Okay. So we get a nice base of white on here. Move this to the side. Now, the paint here was all dried up. Just basically a hard rock. So I shot a mixture of water and rubbing alcohol into it. And now you can hear the paint moving all around. It separates the paint. It basically dissolves it. Some say destroys it. But it got my white out. That's all I care.
Alley Corruption. Hey, Tommy.
So,
Say hi to people, honey.
let's get some black on here. And hello to everybody.
Say thank you for being a part of the team.
Oh, yes. Thank you for being part of the team.
No, say thank you for them inviting you to be a part of the team.
Oh, thank you to them for being part of the team. Thank you for inviting me to be part of the team. What exactly that is, I'm not really sure. But here, let's grab a Sumi brush. And, you know what? I got the board this way, but I kind of have a feeling I might like it a little bit more this way. How's that look? Can you see it?
Yeah, you're right in the middle.
All right, and I'm going to use this.
That's where that went. Using my food Tupperware for...
Yep, everything's part of the studio.
Hey, Wheels.
Okay, and again, we're creating a monster. Beautiest thing about a monster is no rules apply.
Rev says, LOL, you just draw and paint, Tommy. Sammy and we will make sure people watch.
Thank you. There we go. Get some teeth in there on the top.
I posted something on Facebook for you.
And the idea here is, this is our found object. We just want to have fun with it. There's no right, there's no wrong.
Just fun.
And you can't complain about a piece of cardboard you found in the garbage. Well, I guess you can, but that would make you an idiot. Now, I also got, let's see if I can pull it out of here. Oh, here's another container. Put that up there, please. And there's one more to take everything out of the cup there. Okay, I saw this today.
It's a blue whale.
I saw this today and couldn't help myself. Had to get it. And I'm pretty sure it's for washing
it's a scrub
dishes.
Brush for dishes.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is that gonna work?
I don't know. Well, let's see what kind of...
By the way, Sammy, I like your hair. Thank you. I see a velociraptor now, Pardue says. Kinda.
Remember, don't just make it into something. Don't make it into something that already exists. We're trying to create something that doesn't exist. Let's see if this spits. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow, that's so good.
That's cool. Oh, brutal. See that?
That's great
My
texture.
toothbrush was dying.
Oliver.
There we go.
That's good texture.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
cool.
that was just like a little IKEA.
Yep, it was $1.49.
How do you know what her hair looks like? I can't see her. Join me on Facebook. But hi to all the new people.
Okay. Let's start with a little... Let's play with a little color.
Things broken for the host.
Okay. I need a piece of scrap. That I can shoot into to test my color. There we go.
Yeah, I went back to blonde. Tommy asked me, now that he could see better than before, to go back to the blonde that I had when we got married. And I kind of missed it. Right, honey?
Now, between each color with the airbrush, you want to clean out if you have a gravity feed.
Zeus says, now it looks like my mother-in-law.
See, I can't make those jokes. My mother-in-law is about 1,000 times better than my own mother.
Yeah, my mom's awesome. Looks so cool.
Again, I'm going to clean it out. And I'm using a mixture of alcohol and water to clean out the airbrush.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Give me a paper towel over there, please.
Yeah, of course. Watch out, Oliver. Okay, don't get out of the way. Just... Here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Is there anything else in that bag?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, I like that blue. Okay, Devleaf says, I paint with alcohol ink at 91%. Does it matter what percent of alcohol to clean the airbrush out?
No. Basically keep it, you know, like 3-to-1. You don't want to really shoot straight alcohol through it. You can, but I dilute the alcohol a little bit with water. There are seals within the airbrush that can get damaged. And they sell airbrush cleaner, but as far as I can tell, it's water and alcohol.
That moose. What's up, guys? How do you pick what colors are going to be in the painting? Pardue asks.
Honestly, that is a great question. I don't. I pick the colors that I like, but I don't really think about it too much. The more I
Hey,
think,
Michelle.
the more I think about it.
So do you just reach in your box O color and just grab something? Or do you
No,
just
there's-
more think along the lines of, I want a warm here?
There's the way that I say to do it is, If you have a warm foreground, you should have a cool background. If you have a cool foreground, you should have a warm background. You know, so if you've got a green painting and you want something to stand out, it should be red. So you're using complementary colors. You're using... Once you understand color and what it does, you stop thinking about it. You no longer get hung up on it. But you have to first learn what do colors do? How do colors make me react? Why would I put red along the mouth? You know, when I paint and I paint somebody's elbow, it gets more red at the elbow because that's a point of tension. That's seeing the blood. That's painting in the blood. But honestly, as you go along, the more you do, the better instinctually you'll grab color. I don't know. I don't think that helps at all, but
So it's more along the lines that you paint cool versus warm, as opposed to sitting down and coming up with like a quadratic color scheme.
yeah, there's technical ways of painting. There's a lot of big words that art schools like to use and people like to use to make themselves sound important. But paint from your gut. If it feels good, do it. Don't worry so much about it being right or wrong. It's a painting. It can't be wrong. It's an expression. It's a moment in time that's all yours.
Pardu says, thanks for the straight up answer. I love all the work I've seen so far.
Welcome. Thank you. Do you hear?
Yes, it's my phone.
Can we do anything about that?
It's just vibrating.
I know. It's really it's giving me the chills.
If it looks right, it is right. That's what I was told in school, Snacky Mose says.
Yeah, if it looks right, it's right. You know? Well, just because something's technically correct does not make a good painting. You know? If you had technically correct, you would never have had Jackson Pollock. You would never have had Picasso. You know?
For lack of a way to say it better without sounding like a snobby artist, you don't paint very technically. Like, you're very organic when you paint.
Well, I can paint very technically. I choose not to. I know
you
yeah,
can.
I know every rule,
Right.
but in order to break a rule,
You gotta understand
you
it.
have to understand it.
Hi, Justin.
If I wanted to paint technically correct and dead on photorealistic,
You should just
I would just use the computer. I would just do like all the other drones and photograph somebody, make it a layer, trace it, you know, and have everybody be so impressed at my lack of ability. You know. I follow more like Picasso. Picasso was setting up at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And a man walked up as he was hanging one of his paintings and said, you know, my kid could paint that. And Picasso looked at him and said, yeah, he probably could, but you couldn't. Yeah. It's that search for the innocence, that primal ability to create like a child. You know, I would much rather be able to paint like a child than paint like a machine. I lost my little cap.
You're always losing that thing.
I know, I need a bigger one. There it is.
Let's see. Shu says, my creative hobbies rely on precision and accurate measurements.
That sounds really boring.
What do you do? What do you do that requires precision and accurate measurements?
I did the same thing when I made my own arrows for archery.
Hi, Elaine. Say hi to Elaine.
Hi, Elaine. Is that our Elaine?
Yes, our Elaine. Our Elaine.
I can't help it.
Fierce Kittens. Hey, congrats and welcome to Imagination. Thanks, Fierce Kittens. Woodworking, leatherworking, costume making, and metalworking.
Which is funny because I work in metal a lot. You know, Sammy and I build our own motorcycles. Can I have one of those up there?
What of what?
Just one. Yeah. Thank you.
Elaine replies, you're Elaine.
Well, she used to. Did she say that upset or?
No, she said you're Elaine, like.
There we go. This reminds me of something I would paint for when we have kids.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just fill the room with different kind of fun monsters.
Right. Devilique says, nice motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm praying that this year my eyes allow me to get back on my motorcycle.
Yeah, it's been about a year. Although maybe on Sunday I'll stream and show you the motorcycles and stuff. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I've got a long enough cord to do it.
Do you?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, because you could just use the camera and the laptop, can't you?
Yeah, I could just use the camera, or I could just plug into one of these cameras with the laptop.
Yeah.
And I've got like a 10, 15 foot cord. Hey, Just. Yeah, we, once upon a time our bikes were Harley Davidsons. And, yeah, Elaine's seen our bikes and ridden on them. And we actually took courses, to learn how to ride like motor police, which a lot of people aren't that good at riding, but we can both do a full stop without putting our feet down and make a U-turn at like 2 miles an hour. We're badasses. But we set our bikes up for touring, because we go, we drove up, we did a 14-hour ride up to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina or North Carolina. So I weld, so we custom made our sissy bars, our limby bars, which are the engine guard and the feet guard. The sissy bar is basically the backrest. And then we custom made pannier cases, which are hard cases, hard saddlebags made out of old. Are those World War II?
Yes.
old World War II ammo cans and a whole metal rig system. So that way, if the bikes were to ever go over, the pannier system and the Limby bar will hold the bike up so that the engine doesn't get damaged, and it's easier to lift because the center of gravity is a lot higher.
You can't get trapped underneath.
And you won't get trapped underneath it. Hi, Jen. I did say that I weld. Crocs have teeth that fall out, then new teeth drop in place. Yes, they do. Greetings, everyone new that came in. I just do metal, but my goal is to get into blacksmithing. That's cool.
Blacksmithing is very cool.
Super fast. So yeah, I have to actually finish painting and customizing my bike, so that because right now my bags are just kind of simply done with some cool texture, but I'm actually gonna be painting a whole scene on there. It'll look pretty badass.
As am I. What am I painting for you on there?
Oh, so I am painting. I'm gonna have Tommy paint a traditional, in a traditional style-ish, Japanese oni.
Might want to tell them what that is.
They probably know what it is.
You should tell them anyway.
Okay, it's Japanese demon, for lack of a better way to say it. What sounds dangerous, Elaine? Yeah, I was thinking because I will be painting and prepping the surfaces of actually streaming that, and you know, just showing something a little different. Because I'll be painting one side, and you know, one pannier because I have two, and Tommy will be painting the other. So I gotta draw that up. So I'm thinking of. You know, when I finally get to stream, I'll do it, you know, start to finish on stream so everybody can see it. Michelle says, I like how it's textured. The Zoo replies, yes, the texture of the cardboard adds a great effect to it. It's, Justin, it's cardboard. It's actually, Tommy stole it from IKEA. And it's actually...
I didn't steal it. I liberated it.
Whatever. And it's actually, to show you, it's actually this thick...
1 inch.
1 inch industrial... it looks like furniture was sitting on it.
Now, since it is this thick 1 inch board, and I don't want it to just be, you know, plain board, we're going to take some red.
You can't see that.
It's alright, the needle moved.
That's not good. It would be interesting to paint on bubble wrap, though.
We got jammed.
From the camera view, it looks like bubble wrap.
There we go.
Yeah, says, great idea. Paint on bubble wrap, then once it's dry, pop the bubbles. That'll give an interesting look. I think you'd have to, in order to do that, you'd have to paint it with like a latex acrylic. If you were to paint on bubble wrap.
Yeah, I don't think that would go over too well. There we go.
Thank you. I was actually using the setup earlier today to photograph originals that are going up on eBay. And I was playing with the camera angles before we went on, and I found that this was the best. It's a little more of a severe angle than we had before, but we'll have less of an issue with size and stuff like that.
There we go. Now, I like this kind of airbrush because it's a workhorse. And I'm not gentle in the least with my tools. So, if it won't survive me, it's useless to me. Let's get a nice bright white there.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
I likes it.
Again, for nothing more than fun. And because I saw a monster when I looked at it.
Good night, Pardue.
And then we'll sign it. But let's try and paint something else on cardboard.
I like that.
There you go.
You want to have some food first?
Alright, you talk.
Tommy's eating. I'm making him have some food. So what would you guys maybe like to see on this one? Are you going to do another monster? Honey? Did you want to do another monster? Well, it's another one with a hole in it. Similar placement as the other one. Thank you, Zoo. Sammy, you have a pleasant voice. Smiley face. Elaine says, Nigel Monster.
Could do this. Make it Godzilla head.
Okay, let's see here. Hello, I'm Brooke. This is my first time looking at your channel, and your work looks gorgeous. I was wondering what other types of work you do. Do you mainly use airbrush? Also, do you use any type of materials you find to do your art on?
Do I use what? I use every type of material. Tonight we're just kind of working on some found cardboard that I got at IKEA today. It's like 1 inch thick. And it had these damage holes in it, which made me think of monsters. So, tonight is just a little monster painting.
To answer your question about other types of work, Tommy is world renowned in hundreds of different publications, from Batman, Toe Tags with George Romero, He's been in the industry about 28 years, has done comic books, storyboards for films, worked with George Romero on zombie designs for his films, and is pretty much a awesome illustrator. He's currently working with Ultra Pro and is on all of the Strathmore 500 series Bristol board covers and the cover to the Green Recycled sketchbook. So he is very well accomplished. And for most common supplies Tommy uses, there is a supply list under the video. But feel free to ask as well during the stream if you have any question what he's using. Sometimes he forgets to say, so don't worry about jumping in.
Best way to find out about me is just type my name in, do a Google search, and you will see tons of publications. You'll see me all over the world. You'll see my lovely wife.
With multiple color hair. Well, now it's blonde. Let's see. Brooke says, wow, that is so epic.
There you go. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it is cool.
Okay, since we did the last one with airbrush.
Devilique says, Tommy is an all-around badass. So is Sammy.
We'll do this one with acrylic. So we're going to paint in our Godzilla here.
Yeah, we're doing Godzilla.
Yeah, and they look like Godzilla.
Yeah, it does. Rev says, agreed. Michelle says, I love this piece.
So I'm just scooping out some Holbein acrylic onto a little palette, which is actually just a little makeup palette
That your awesome wife gave you.
that my awesome wife gave me. Okay. And it's basically greens and yellow. And then a burnt umber. Now this little palette is not easy to work with. So let me see if I see or something to drop it into.
Where's the thing that I gave you?
I don't know, it's MIA.
So you threw it away.
No, I didn't throw it away. Do you see the lid to this? The white lid. There we go. That'll work. Oh, look at that. That actually works perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, so as you can see here, I just dropped down some color. I'm going to grab a brush and start with a little yellow. A little green. Now, cardboard does not absorb paint very well. It absorbs it pretty much like crap. What?
Jesse says, personally, I like the Google image picture of Tommy flashing his nipple at the 2009 World Horror Con. LOL. That was before Sammy.
Hey, I was pretty drunk. Leave me alone. Now I'm using a stiffer brush because I noticed right away that the texture of the cardboard comes right through with the stiffer brush, which just adds to the
awesomeness,
coolness of this.
And you're not also using a lot of water.
I'm not using any water actually right now.
So you're dry brushing it.
Well.
And that's just one of those bristle brushes, right?
Yeah, this is like the cheapest China.
Yeah, I gave you that brush. I gave you
crap
those brushes.
Brush.
Those are like the little
when you buy 12 in a pack.
Yeah, they're like I remember I got them at Michael's with and it was like 12 of them for like $10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What happens at the con stays at the con. Headhunter, how long have you been an artist? Tommy's been an artist. He's been published for March 7th will be 28 years, and he is currently one of the highest published artists on the planet.
I was not an artist as a kid. My mom says I didn't even color in coloring books when I was a kid. I became an artist when I was a teenager and got hurt severely and put in a wheelchair.
Well, you were paralyzed in one leg.
Yes. So I am not paralyzed in the leg anymore.
So
if you see me somewhere and I'm in my wheelchair, I'm just having a really bad day.
And words getter. I could say him. How old were you when that happened?
I was 16 years old when I got hurt. I got hurt in October. They stuck me in the art room because it was the only room that my wheelchair fit through the door. I got my first job the following March.
What was your first published piece?
A pictorial map of New Jersey.
That was Jesse's question.
It was a map. They had a competition. My art teacher in high school was just the most awesome guy.
Mr. Dan Iorio.
Saved me. Literally saved me. I was going down the wrong path. And that man saved my life. I attribute everything, all my success, to him believing in me. But anyway, there was a competition, and he would spend his own money to put me into these competitions. Yeah. And I won 47 of them, including the National Art Honor Society, Teen Arts Festival, and the first publication I got was from a company.
It was a competition.
Doing a competition, but when they got to my piece, they canceled the competition and just hired me. And it was the first time I ever got paid to do something I just loved to do. I couldn't imagine a better life than one spent doing what you love and getting paid to do it. It just seemed like magic to me.
Brooke asks, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to your leg?
I was a professional cyclist, like the X Games. And I was doing a show, and somebody put rubbing alcohol on my front tire so that I would fall. Somebody tried to sabotage me, and I fell in the middle of a routine, and I came down on the side of my leg, and it turned my foot up and in. It's called hobbling. And it broke all the weight-bearing bones. So you have bones in your leg that primarily keep you up.
And your ankle.
And
all
your
the
ankle.
struts to your toes.
And mine all broke.
And then it up in your leg.
And then, yeah, I could finish the story. Then when it broke my ankle, it split the shin, popped my knee out, and severed the nerves on my hip. So from my hip down, my leg went dead. I was very poor, and our doctor said that I would heal but I would never walk. I'd probably never walk again. So it took me 8 years. 8 years of falling on my face. 8 years of struggling, of being embarrassed, and tons of pain. But 8 years later, I walked into that bastard's office. I walked in. And I told him to go screw himself. How dare he tell somebody, tell a kid to give up, to quit. It's too easy to quit. It's too easy, to
That's so awesome.
to sit back and let yourself rot away and fail. It takes strength, conviction, courage. But with it, you could do anything. Anything. I may never run again. I may limp for the rest of my life. And I limp every day. And I don't remember what it feels like to run. Sometimes I try, but it just makes me upset. But I can't remember what it's like to run. But if I didn't break my leg, and if I didn't get crippled, I would never know what it's like to fly. Can't open that.
Let's see here. Brooke says, that's a dirtbag move to do that. Jesse says, holy crap, did they ever find the jerk that caused your accident?
No, they never did. Never did. But
did you have an idea who it could have been?
No, honestly, I got along with everybody. But people were always jealous. I had gotten into the Domino's pizza commercials.
That was right after that, wasn't it?
Right after that, so everybody was jealous.
Let's see here. At least you're better now, though, than back then.
Yeah, kinda.
And that red he's using is actually textile screen printing ink.
And the reason I'm using this red on here is because I have a big jar of red paint.
And you really like using it. Maya likes the Godzilla. Oliver, stop trying to lick my plate. You're not gonna have the food.
Talking about my legs, everybody in life comes to a crossroads. Comes to something that breaks them or makes them. And I had plenty of opportunity.
Hi, Angie.
To be broken and quit. Give up. That's not who I am. It's not what I am. We all have strength. You just have to find yours.
Hey, Bob. I like the contrast. You can read it from a distance. The hater's gonna hate, Angie said.
Yep.
Okay, down you go, Oliver.
But if that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be here today. I never would have known that I could do this. Who knows what would have become of me?
Zoo says, and the painter's gonna paint. That's an awfully cute Godzilla.
Hey. I didn't say I don't make things cute.
Glenn said that.
Well, he's single. He's new in town. You know, he's looking to meet somebody new, find that right something. He likes long walks on the shore.
Long walks on the beach. You can't see the rest. He might be dressed as a Nazi. Equilibrium says, Poodle, Mama, I think you have to play the cards you're dealt. You play them well or you suck and lose the game. Live long enough and we will all get a crappy hand. Doesn't mean you're done.
That's for sure. I agree with that.
No. Stop crying. Sheesh. For those of you new and hearing the whining, there's our dachshund Oliver, who's crying because he wants my food and feels he's neglected because he's not instantly getting all the food at once. I think it's cool how when something happens you think, why? But then years later you realize that the thing that had to happen, that thing had to happen to make you who you are.
That's truth.
I agree.
I am the embodiment of all my successes and all my failures. Makes me who I am.
What's your favorite Godzilla movie? Brooke asks.
Godzilla Does Dallas.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow. Steal some of this red.
Seriously, what's your favorite Godzilla?
I'm trying to think of what my favorite
Oh,
one
okay.
is. Probably with Mothra. Right, because that had the little girls.
The creepy little girls?
The creepy little girls that sang to Mothra.
Oh, right. To calm him down or summon him or something?
Yeah.
Everybody laughs at your Godzilla Does Dallas.
The Wonder Years.
The Wonder Years. Zoo says if that thing didn't happen, you would just be something else. The twins. Bop. Bo Pix. I just like reading people's names out. It makes me laugh. I miss Paco Paco Taco.
Yeah, where's Paco Paco Taco?
I don't know where Paco Paco Taco is. That's my favorite name in the stream so far. And Batmoose. Batmoose is a pretty close
Did
second.
Batmoose get the Batmoose?
No. Batmoose is on right now. You can lecture Batmoose about not purchasing
I
Batmoose.
did Batmoose and they didn't get Batmoose?
No.
The hell? What? That is just crazy talk. I'm insulted.
Batmoose. LOL. Let's see. Brooke says, my favorite villain monster is King Ghidorah. head's in the way, my love.
Your face is in the way.
No, it's not. No, it actually isn't. There's no, like, energy blast or Godzilla-iness to it.
He's just saying hi.
He kind of just... It sounds Japanese. Bat Moose, step your game up, Snacky Moe says. I got it, Oliver. Sheesh. One of the things I love about this stream is that it is like a free therapy session. I can be having a stressful day. Oliver, stop licking my mouth. I can be having a stressful day, and just watching Tommy paint and comment helps me to cope with some of the crap. So, thanks.
You're welcome. I'll put what's in there.
Don't put your cap in there. Because that's going to get sold with your cap, and you're going to go, where's my cap for the white?
I'm not.
Flem says, like I said, it's a cute Godzilla. Shufim Zhu says, truth. At Jesse.
Godzilla!
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Not the standard horrifying city smashing variety. I think he's criticizing you.
Mm.
Here, you want to see what Oliver thinks of it?
No. This is Godzilla putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz.
If you're blue and you don't know where
to go to, why don't you go where Godzilla sits?
Putting
On the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper. Trying very to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper! See, you just have to have the right song to go along with the
Super
painting.
duper!
Super duper!
It needs a tiny top hat now.
You know what? I totally agree with that. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to.
I love it when you guys sing. We sing all the time. LOL, he needs a Ritz cracker for the eye. If you're blue and you don't know. Yeah, it definitely goes super duper.
Super duper. Put on the Ritz. Now, it's Igor.
Yes, I influenced the piece. Oh, and a monocle. Equilibrium said and a monocle. What is it, Frederick?
Frederick. No, it's Frederick. Why?
No reason.
You know what? That's actually really hard to do.
No, it's awesome. That's like a... Dasray says ruined. Stop it! I have that song on my playlist. Play it. And if you could tell me what movie that originally came from and who sang it, you might get a prize.
Put on the Ritz.
Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper.
Needs a highlight.
Come, Rockefellers walk with umbrellas in their mitts. Putting on the Ritz. It would be nice if I changed what you're working on. Found. Boom.
Yeah, I always used to sing.
I totally want it now. Actually, Devilique, close, but it did not come, it was not originally done in Young Frankenstein. That's where we're singing it from. But the original Putting on the Ritz was not Young Frankenstein. Well before that. Probably about
Yeah.
20 years before that.
Yeah, if not more.
And she's like, my version. Yeah.
Come.
How much would Godzilla be? Putting on the Ritz Godzilla.
$100.
Why don't you tell people instead of muttering it like it's a secret?
Godzilla would be $100.
Putting on the Ritz film musical.
I like the Godzilla.
Who sang it, Mr. Jesse?
Fred Astaire.
Yes. Way to answer the question. Now let other people answer it.
I mean, Bojangles.
Bojangles. Putting on the Ritz, Fred Astaire. You got it, Batmoose.
Okay, one last look. Godzilla going once.
Irving Berlin, 1927. Blue skies. You didn't paint the edges. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies. Brighter. Yeah, it was Irving Berlin.
It was Ethel Merman that sang it.
No, Irving Berlin wrote it. Oh, I got to Oliver. Shake, shake, shake the Oliver. Shake them all the time. Whack the Oliver.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I'll make a brand new start of it.
In
New York.
If I can
Make it there.
I'll
Make it anywhere.
It's
Up to you. New York.
New York. I think it's funny that people like it when we sing. And we sing all the time, everywhere, right? We just break out in song in the grocery store.
What I like is when I'm in the bathroom and somebody looks at me. I'm taking a leak. And I look them dead in the face and I'm like, Valjean, at last we see each other plain. Monsieur le Maire, you wear a different shade.
You start singing Les Mis to them.
Yeah.
They just stare at you blankly.
Valjean, at last we see
Yay.
each other plain. Godzilla!
Do we have another piece?
Yeah, there's like 5 more over there.
Oh, okay, good.
Machnell, move it, the woman. My dinner is cold.
Well, that's because you didn't eat it. Do you want me to reheat it for you? Is it good cold? Here's 3 more pieces. From this angle, it looks like an upside-down frog wearing a monocle. Young Frankenstein is one of my favorite movies. I'm going to be cosplaying the bride. Is that for Dragon Con?
If you know.
Oh, look at that. Turn it over.
Putting on the Ritz, yeah. Dressed up like $1 million trooper. Trying very hard to Gary Cooper. Super duper. Hey, why don't you move this so the dogs don't damage it?
No, they're just trying to get your food.
I know they are. Back!
Are you thinking Idiot's Delight 1939 performed by Clark Gable? I wish I could make it out to Dragon Con, Jou family says.
Igor. Blah, blah, blah. Nosferatu. Hello, my vampiric friend. How are you? Oh, I'm doing very well. I love when you paint me. I know you do.
You're so funny.
What?
Hearing you talk to the paintings.
The funny part is that you can't hear them talk back to me.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, right?
Well, at least now I don't feel as bad talking to my paintings.
Because you got people listening now?
Yeah, now there's actually people going, oh, look, he's talking to his paintings. Before it was, yes, doctor, he's still talking to the paintings. Shoot, shoot, oh yeah.
Did we go from putting on the Ritz to shoot?
Shoot, shoot.
Is that what you were singing?
Shh. I am in a groove, and you're messing with my mojo, woman.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to put those paintings away. Ah, Cyclops!
What?
It looks like a Cyclops.
It's Nosferatu Cyclops.
Ah! I really enjoyed the monster and the Godzilla. It's awesome, but I gotta go to bed early for school. Thanks for answering my questions and stuff. I'll come to the next stream. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
I would wear my most elaborate costume I've made. That eyebrow, though. Good night, Devleek.
What about his eyebrow? You chew very loud. And now you're making humming sounds to
What?
it. You're like,
I'm enjoying my brownie, so shut it.
You shut it, woman.
Unibrow for the win. He does actually have one brow. Actually, he doesn't have any eyebrows. Right?
How do you know?
You didn't paint any in. That top line is his eyeballs. His eyeball. Ooh, brownie. Indeed.
What indeed?
I said, brownie. Ooh, we're on the top again. Grigori Peppo is doing charcoal sketches.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody else is starting soon. And then it's us. Tame Castillo Atelier.
Somebody named Peppo?
Yeah, Grigori Peppo. That's the guy's name. And he's actually doing a fine art.
Nice.
He's actually pretty good.
Good.
Like the pictures that he's got up. I'm not watching it, so I don't know. But from what he's got up, it looks like if that's his art, he's actually pretty damn good. But we're the top. We are 4th of the top 5. Oh no, we are 3rd of the top 4. Boom! Means we're a badass. Eyeball, unibrow, open for interpretation. Well, my interpretation is right. You're allowed to your wrong opinion.
You read that Harry Potter thing too as well, huh?
Yeah, I did.
You don't like Harry Potter? That's cool. You're allowed your wrong opinion.
Right? Yeah? And for those of you wondering, this is the whiny dog. Right there. That one. Whiny dog. Whiny dog. What are you working on? Hi, Dad. Can I have a kiss? Mom says I'm a whiner. I think I'm swimming. Is that a cyclops? I love you, Dad. Do you feel better now, Oliver? I got your face. All right, down you go.
I want feast. I want a bean feast.
Big feast.
Bean feast. 1 minute. Many coconuts. Give it to me
Lots
now.
of chocolates. Give it to me now.
I want the world. I want the whole world. I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate.
Give it to me now.
I want today.
I want tomorrow.
You're a weirdo.
We are some silly singing people. Sammy, I love your doggy voice. Our dogs talk. Sometimes they're a little irrational. Oliver actually claims that Marvel stole his life story from, for Captain America. But it's actually his life story. Jesse says that quote-unquote unibrow reminds me of a pair of mirrored sunglasses I had in the 80s. LOL. What about those sunglasses with the lines through them? The
vents.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about them?
They were dumb.
They really worked well, though.
For what?
It blocked the sunlight.
I wore a pair of those and I couldn't see anything. All you saw were sunglasses. So I shared a thing on your Facebook.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not catchy. What did you share?
The debut album of the Beastie Boys turns 30 today.
You gotta fight. You're right.
And then CJ Drayden, another artist, posts, I'm 30. I didn't realize I was as old as the record. Scott Summers as a vampire. Yeah, that pink is pretty brutal. You need some Visine. It gets the red out. It's Cyclops from X-Men. Laser glasses. Oh, laser glasses. He looks more like an alien than Nosferatu. Oliver, you missed some. You cried. All that. Look, you missed some right there. Cyclops. It's Cyclopterop. Cyclopterop.
Yeah, you're fancy.
Let's see. Saybrush wins the naming competition. I agree.
Scratch my nose. Scratch my nose.
So you've pretty much been using just the general acrylic paint and all that fun stuff for this?
Yeah, now I'm using a little color pencil.
He's got film perfect white teeth. He does. Put a little gum on there?
Yeah, I'm going to stick a little gum in my hair.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That'll show me. I just want to prove to myself that I like me.
Right.
Actually, this gum is horrible.
Then why do you keep chewing it?
For the first couple of minutes, it's really good.
I really like that brush that you got.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There
It
we
makes
go.
such a great splatter.
Look at that.
Yay, Drippies! He's chewing it because it's readily accessible. Oh, you raised it up too high. They can't see that. They can't see what you're doing. There you go. Now they can see.
Come over here and reach this, please.
What am I reaching?
Down there's the water bottle fell.
Okay, scooch over. Oh, the spray bottle.
Thanks.
March 3rd is the 30th anniversary of Master of Puppets.
Ours is perfect white teeth now.
Yeah, right? It's very quiet. It's all that gum chewing.
What?
Nothing, just your cycloptic Nosferatu.
So, anybody have any suggestions? I have another piece of cardboard here. If you have any ideas, spit it out.
Angie says Louis got rear-ended by a motorcycle tonight. Everyone is fine. Just thought it was odd to get rear-ended by a motorcycle. Jesse says Bigfoot. Woo! Caught it. Ooh, that's a clean piece. Labyrinth Tribute. The movie. You got red on your face. Right here, right there, right there.
Do not.
Monstro the Whale. It was Pinocchio whale. Chewbacca. What?
Like Bigfoot.
Yeah, it is. Skeksis.
Well,
That
I
would be
love
awesome if you
Skeksis.
painted Jareth. Yeah, Jareth. Everybody, Jareth. Yeah, David Bowie from Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because you don't particularly like that movie.
No, I don't like Labyrinth.
Chupacabra. The Goblin King, which is Jareth. Sleestack. Skeksis is a good one. Did you say you don't like Labyrinth? Angie said exclamation question mark.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Labyrinth.
Why?
The giant cod piece. I didn't really like the music. Love everything about it. It's beautiful.
Did you like the story?
I like Dark Crystal a lot more.
Darth Bane.
I need you to squeeze my foot. I can't feel my foot.
Okay, I gotta move stuff first. Talk to people then.
Okay. Maybe a Skeksis or a Bigfoot.
What about a Bigfoot Skeksis?
Although a Chupacabra would be pretty cool.
Have you ever drawn a Chupacabra?
Actually, I designed the Chupacabra for Tom Savini's movie. I don't know if he ever made the movie. Because he's not a very nice person. And our association was very short-lived. Mainly because he's an egomaniac jerk. Sammy had to go put the paintings in the other room. They're kind of big. Well. It is always fun to find stuff like this to paint on. I mean, I've talked to 100 artists that cringe at the idea of painting on cardboard. But if you're a student and you need to practice, ain't nothing better and cheaper than just grabbing some cardboard and painting. Who cares if it's going to rot away in 50 years? So are you. But it's like people. It has dents and wrinkles and imperfections.
Let's see what people are saying. Fine, do evil from Legend. Which you have already. You actually have one on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
The child of a Skeksis and a Bigfoot. Let's do some Lovecraftian horrors.
Oh, let's do a Cthulhu.
Glenn likes your Cthulhu's. He's all about your nightmarish horrors. Urgh.
I gotta take a break. My foot is swollen like to no end. So I got Sammy.
Lean back. Why don't you finish eating?
It's all cold. I'd rather heat it up after we're done.
All right. Primo says Minotaur.
It is the Minotaur. King Minos' son. Not Minotaur.
I said Minotaur.
I know. I'm just saying it is Minotaur. I was agreeing with you.
What?
This is funny watching you get grossed out by rubbing my leg.
No, you're got goo and stuff on your leg. So it's gross when you touch it. It feels gross. A squid!
There. We'll do a Cthulhu. Now let's draw it with our left arm.
Funny for you, I am not left-handed. An elder thing.
And every artist, you should practice drawing with your opposite hand. If nothing else, just to see what you get.
Clearly he's not listening to you, Flem, and is just doing Cthulhu.
A what?
He said do an elder thing or a Shoggoth.
This is an elder thing.
No, it's Cthulhu.
What would you consider an elder thing?
One of the other monsters. Is it always considered an elder thing?
Hmm.
What are you drawing with? Is that charcoal?
Piece of Connie Cran.
That's fine. I'm a nerd. I have to come to terms with that. Oh, that's cool. With the charcoal.
Mm-hmm. So we'll try some more of the watercolor kit and see what we get from that.
Rather than whiting it out and painting over the white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how's that? Well, I can't really make progress here with you constantly turning, so that's what you're getting for now, and when we're done, I'll run more. So why do you wet your palette?
I wet the palette to get the paint wet. So that it's nice and wet for me to use. No, I'm not dipping into dry paint.
You're not using your brush to try and build that up, you mean?
No. And I'm mixing my colors right on the canvas. And I don't mean canvas, I mean this board is my canvas. It's what I'm painting on. And cardboard is not actually canvas. I only point that out because somebody out there is going to go, hey, wait a minute. You said you're painting on cardboard. But see, I got it nice and wet. My colors are going beautiful into one another. Okay, this sucker's done. Anything?
Primo says, tell Tommy the candle smells good enough for me to smell it, by the way.
Oh, good. He bought a candle today.
He can't smell.
I know.
Well, yay.
And again, I'm using this thick, crappy brush. Because it really pushes the paint around on the cardboard. And what you will find is that it'll destroy your watercolor kit.
Spraying it?
No. Using a brush like this and dipping it into the watercolors
Right.
will just empty out the watercolor kit. But if you're worried about that, then stop painting and go do something else.
What do you mean by it will destroy the watercolor kit? Like it'll just use a lot of paint?
It completely emptied that out. Can you see that?
Yeah.
But we don't have those mortal fears. There be monsters.
Arr.
Now my palette is very wet and just fell on my lap. So I just got a ton of paint in my crotch. nobody asked about this yet, but I usually get this question. No, I have a tendency to paint a whole painting with one paintbrush. And it happens a lot, actually. Mainly because I know what the paintbrush is going to do. And I'm anticipating it
Doing that.
doing exactly that.
Jesse says, this is looking freaking sweet.
And the cool thing is, you know, we may not have started out with something as cool as this, but by experimenting and painting some monsters on cardboard, just after a couple, we've got something super friggin' cool. This looks awesome.
Yeah, I like how that looks.
And we never have gotten here if we didn't just say to hell with it and try. And remember to use as much blood of the innocents when you're painting a demigod.
Right. It's very important. That's not a demigod.
Cthulhu's a demigod.
Cthulhu's an actual god. He's not a demigod. Or is he a demigod because he can only destroy?
Demigods can only destroy. I love these religious paintings.
It's true.
Okay. I'm going to spit out a little.
Sacrifices and whatnot. He is not one of the great old ones. You're to spit out a little what?
Yellow.
Jello.
Who said he's not one of the great old ones?
Phlegm. Phlegm sneezy.
He is one of the great old ones. We're talking Lovecraftian folklore, aren't we?
Guess more of an it than a he. much is Cthulhu?
It'd be the same as the other ones, 150.
150?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Marie says, I think you should add some paint splatters.
Some what splatters?
Paint splatters.
Did somebody get the Cthulhu?
Not yet. People are asking how much it is. Just replying to them via chat. Since the airbrush is active. Like it did. So all of the cardboard ones are 150?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a fair price.
Snacky says, I really like the colors in this one.
Me too.
I do too. I like the way the purple and the green are mixing. I like the layering you've got going on. It's almost kind of romantic.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Creepy romantic? Wow, that blue on there really changes things.
For the better?
Yeah, like when you sprayed it over the tentacles, it turned like this cool green color.
Yep.
Very cool.
What time are we at?
We are at 2 hours. French's Mustard Yellow is quite versatile. A lot of people are afraid to use yellow, right?
Yep.
Why is that?
It's the brightest color on the palette.
So people don't know how to use it, basically?
It overpowers things.
Okay.
So people get scared of it. Use it wrong. It looks like a street sign. Or a school bus.
Right. I really feel like either the stream or my monitor is not doing the colors in this justice. Oh, let's see. Let me pull up Twitch on my phone and see what you guys are broadcasting. A lot of the times with the cameras, it's actually pretty hard to get those pure, intense colors. It just doesn't understand it very well. On my phone, what I'm looking at is pretty accurate to what I'm, what I'm seeing in person. Monitors are tricky beasts. And Cthulhu is now the proud owner of Jesse.
You mean Jesse's now the proud owner?
No, Cthulhu is a proud owner of Jesse now.
Oh, okay.
I said it the way I meant it.
Okay.
How do you know where the heck you're going to spray the paint? LOL. Lots of practice, right? Here are your paint splatters. Very subtle paint splatters.
I just wanted to give it a little bit of texture.
Sure. You gonna do the texture on the bottom too?
No. We'll see why.
Oh, will I? Will I see why, Tommy? Just saying.
Okay, we're going to blow dry this dry for a second.
we're back.
Okay. Now, before I blow dried it, I wet this a lot. And it made it pitted, which was what I was hoping would happen. Did I know it was going to happen? Not at all. But I took a gamble. And it came out cool. So now I'm coming back with color pencil. And I'm going to just put a few highlights on these tentacles that I brought down into the dark here. Can you see those highlights?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Your head's in the way in the bottom. Tilt your head to the left a little bit more when you're putting those circly bits in at the very bottom. Hellcat, tell Tommy he's got to pick up the phone. I've been trying to call him for like a week. LOL, it's George. There you go, George.
Sorry, brother. My phone is just absolute crap.
I'll have him call you when we're done. Right?
Yes.
Scratchy scratch. I like the black. Really makes things pop. Your head's in the way. There you go. Get your giant noggin out of the way. Well, it's not in the way now. I like that your headband is color coordinated with the painting. Did you plan that?
Mm-hmm. It was all planned out.
I knew it.
Yeah, there was a meeting earlier today you missed out on.
Yeah.
Yeah. The creative design team for the show
Your
decided.
head's in the way. The creative design isn't supposed to have, actual final say. That's the producer's job.
You weren't there. do you think?
I like it. It's awesome. I like the little bubbles.
So is this Jesse's now?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Jesse. Jesse says, I absolutely love it, with like 10 exclamation points.
There we go.
What do you mean by found art? Like random pieces of wood you find?
Yeah, just making art on found objects.
I'm adjusting the camera. Yeah, that is better. Yeah, all of what he's painting on now is just cardboard from that furniture cardboard from IKEA. Nice. There was a girl I saw a few weeks ago painting on the bark of some Californian tree that is very paper-like.
I like the bubbles.
Yeah, I like the bubbles too.
Okay.
My introduction to Tommy's art was a Cthulhu piece he drew in a sketchbook that I bought from a friend. This just blows that piece away.
Some water lines.
Flem says, very cool.
Okay, let's paint in the
What are we painting in?
side.
Oh.
And there we go.
Yay!
Okay, so that eats up all my cardboard.
We're at 2.5 hours. It's amazing. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm finishing painting Maya's room while watching.
Oh, we didn't do the highlights on the top eyes.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Equilibrium. Very cool. That is so sick, is Jesse's reply.
now, I don't know if you could tell from there, but I spray painted the inside of the cardboard here all blood red.
Yeah.
And it leaves just a little bit of haze. So when you look at
You
the
can see
painting,
it on the bottom more than, and the top.
when you look at the painting and when the painting is on display, you'll be able to see the red on the sides, and as you get closer, it turns to the green, which really makes it pop. It's just a very cool effect. But again, you know, what I wanted to show tonight is, you know, you could see something and see garbage, or you could see beauty. I choose to see beauty. I want to see the positive of everything. I want to look at the good side. I want to take what somebody thinks is garbage, make it into something awesome. Hopefully that's what we got here. Am I saying anything?
Jesse said, cool! He's very excited that he now owns this.
Good. So we did a monster, we did a Godzilla, we did a Nosferatu, did a Cthulhu.
Axis says that is a very un-American attitude. Throw it in the trash and buy a new one.
No. Too many things are precious. Can't just throw them away.
We're nailing down a better camera angle for us. Yeah. A little better.
So, any questions? Anybody have any questions about what we did tonight? I
need to go eat some dinner.
Yeah. Need to reheat my dinner. Throw the rest of this gum in the garbage. Any questions? Anything?
No. Well, as always, guys, follow us, share us. Thank you to all the people that have welcomed us to the to Imagination, and those overalls are priceless.
Can you see my overalls?
Yeah, I pulled back the camera angle, so if you actually go to the table, toward the table more, there you go. You can see everything. This was
Funny
fun.
thing is, the
I love
overalls. Hold on, I'll show you something.
No questions. Just enjoyed watching the stream. What do we want? What? What are you looking for?
The paint is so thick on my overalls that is hard as a rock.
Oh, and Sammy, I like the new angle on camera too. Well, you guys can thank Flem for that. He trolled some other creators last night in helps of... He'll say it was selfish because he wants to see more details, but in helps of, making our second camera a bit more, getting the most we can out of it. So, I'm going to nail down a final angle before tomorrow so you can see more of the top and bottom of the painting and still keep Tommy in view. But as always, share. I want to be able to March, in the beginning of March, I'm going to try and get us a partnership with Twitch. So the more followers we can get, the better we can get that. The overall stand up when you take them off.
Pretty much.
We're going to have eBay stuff up this weekend and tomorrow. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. Join our social media if you're new to our channel. It's all underneath the video in the channel below. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we always update. Let's see, what else? What else we got? I think that's pretty much it. Any last words, my love? As always, we'll be on tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, till whenever Tommy decides he's done. That's our new, but usually it's about 2.5 hours. 3, if it's a good day. Tomorrow actually might be a good day, because Michelle's going to give you a massage. So you might actually be able to go, 3 hours. That'd be great.
Yeah, you'd like it, wouldn't you? If I could go 3 hours, huh? Like I was 20 again.
That's what she said. Alright, any final words, my love?
No,
Turn off your compressor if you're going to words of wisdom us. Thank you.
some final words are, don't pass things up. You never know what can be an awesome tool to paint with. Don't pass up a piece of cardboard. Try and look at the world more as what you could do with it instead of what you could throw away. Thank you so much for being here. You would not believe how much it means to us to have you all come into our home and share this time with us. I hope that I've helped. I hope that I've entertained, brought a little happiness, maybe a couple laughs, and a little bit of knowledge. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you and good night.
Good night, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.